hope you can hear me okay over the air conditioner. It's not as hot of a night right now, but during the day it's just unbearable without it. So, but I just want to share some good news about Cody Rhodes for those of you that watch wrestling. Apparently he will be back to wrestling sooner than the 9 months. It's anywhere from about 4 months to 9 months. It's usually about 4 to 6 months, but there have been wrestlers been out as long as 9 months. I'm hoping he's back in time for the Royal Rumble. I think that'd be good. But obviously I don't want him back before he feels better. And there's a lot of wrestlers been out here lately because of injuries. So hopefully this isn't something that continues. It may be because they didn't wrestle as much during COVID. They didn't have as many events and stuff. So maybe they just weren't used to wrestling as much or something. As I know, I've been watching wrestling since I was 4, and I'm 43 now. I've probably been watching before I was 4, but definitely since I was 4. Those are some of my first memories, was watching Jim Crockett Promotions, WWE, which it was WWF back then, AWA. There's a lot of local promotions all the time in my area. In the 90s, I remember watching Smoky Mountain wrestling, because I'm not far from the area that took place in it all, and I was even closer at the time. But so I know that injuries happen, but it seems like it's been a lot more than usual. So, and hopefully Paige will be able to come back. I know that wrestlers sometimes have a harder time getting WWE to clear them than they do other promotions. And I understand why. I think they should have been more careful before. But I think if you have, and I don't know how many doctors have cleared people, if you have 7 or 8 or 10 doctors that's cleared somebody, and they've really looked at them and they really think they can get in the ring again, I think it's okay. That's just my opinion. Because I know Bryan Danielson has talked about how when he was in WWE, he wanted to wrestle, but they wouldn't clear him. And, you know, he had every doctor in the world that was saying he was okay to wrestle. So I think they went too far the other way. And speaking of Bryan Danielson, he's out as well. CM Punk, Rhea Ripley, which I did a video just last night about. Well, technically this morning, just a few hours ago, so maybe 12 hours ago, from the time of recording. Just a lot of wrestlers out right now with injuries. Real injuries, because there's always kayfabe injuries, but anyway, wish him a speedy recovery, and I really respected the heck out of that Hell in a Cell match, but I grew up watching his dad, Dusty Rhodes, the American Dream, and in fact, that was some of my earliest memories, and back then you just worked through. I mean, unless there was a bone sticking out or you was going to die, you got in the ring that night, the next night, the night after that, which it was probably taking it too far, but I would imagine they told him you can't really do much more damage. You know, you're going to be out 4 to 6 months regardless. So I have a lot of respect for him for stepping back into the ring. And for the record, they said up to 9 months. They didn't say 9 months. I watched the Raw or the SmackDown, whichever one it was. And I remember they specifically said it could take up to 9 months. That doesn't mean it would take 9 months, because I know that was some of the reporting. I thought, dang, he's going to be out for a long time. But the wording was, and it was Michael Cody that said it, I'm pretty sure, up to 9 months. And Pat McAfee was right beside him, so, well, I think they host SmackDown, don't they? I can't keep them, I can't remember which one they host or whatever, or maybe they host both. But anyway, in case you can't tell, I know who the announcers are. Like, I've always known the name of the people that most people don't, like the people that call the matches, and sometimes even the referees if they were a regular person on. And I always knew the commentators and the ring announcers and stuff like that. But he said up to 9 months. So, and I know that John Cena was back in 4 months. But usually it takes 5 to 6 months minimum. But hopefully he'll be back by Royal Rumble. I think that would be a great time for him to appear. And also I want to say, and I don't think there's many people arguing this now, there was no way it was fake. If it was makeup or something, it would have, with the way he was sweating and all that, I don't see how it would have stayed. You could tell on his face he was in agony. If you've ever been in that much pain, then you know what I'm talking about. I've had injuries, nothing like that, but I've had injuries, and you could tell on my face I was in agonizing pain. And that's with painkillers. But I don't think it's fake. If it is, they all deserve awards for pulling wool over my eyes, because I've been watching wrestling for 39 years at least. I mean, I grew up with my brothers and my sister watching wrestling. You know, they watched wrestling. I loved it from at least the time I was 4. There used to be a cassette tape of me acting like Ric Flair. And it was lost ages ago, but I remember when I was 14 or 15 I found it. And anyway, so, you know, I've seen angles, I've seen works, I've seen kayfabe injuries, back when people, or at least most people, didn't know that was a thing. In fact, Dusty Rhodes used to, you know, they'd go after his leg, but really, he'd say his left leg, but it'd really be his right arm or something like that. That's how they worked injured, was they would say it was one body part, but it'd be a totally different one, and that's the body part they would go after. But really, it was all to protect the other body part. So, say he had an injury to his right elbow, they would attack his left knee. The Four Horsemen would attack the heck out of him on Jim Crockett Promotions. and um, he just, but that's not really what was injured, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, so I know what a work when I see it, and I just don't think it's for the work. But hopefully you have a nice rest of your day, and um, let me know what you think I should, the types of things I should cover. Because I have so many interests. I could easily have 10 different channels if I could keep up with them. But I might limit the channel to 3 or 4 different things. I noticed the true crime videos have went pretty well. They've been some of my highest viewed, and kept the most. But I've only done 3 or 4 wrestling ones. So we'll see. But yeah, I thought that was good news that Cody Rhodes would be back sooner than the 9 months that they thought it could be up to. So, you know, he may surprise us in 4 months. You know, that'd be great. I just hope he's completely back. I hope that while he's getting better, he's also enjoying time with his wife and his young daughter. And the speech he gave on Monday Night Raw about wanting to teach his daughter that, yes, you'll have tough times, you'll have adversity, but you work through them. I mean, that's the most baby face of baby faces. I'm sure his dad would be happy, you know, because I remember because I watched old wrestling matches of the 70s, and like his dad in was it you? It's something in Florida. It doesn't exist anymore. It was it was maybe Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, but I had watched that. Championship Wrestling, yes. Florida Championship Wrestling, that was the name of it. You know, they had, but anyway, you know, his dad, he really talked about how he was a son of a plumber, and it really stuck. And I think that his sons had less adversity, which is a good thing, but also he taught them, you know, stuff happens and you got to keep going. And they had a lot of great wrestlers in that promotion. Bob Orton Sr., Bob Orton Jr., Wahoo McDaniel, Terry and Dory Funk, Jack and Jerry Briscoe, Blackjack Mulligan. Haven't really seen a lot of Bruce Brody. I think he was dead, but if not by the time I was born, by the time I was very young. I think I was very young. I want to say 82, 83 is when all that happened. So I was a very young child. But I heard my brothers and my dad talking about him a lot. And my mom grew up watching wrestling, and she got to actually meet a few wrestlers at times. But, you know, I really wish the best for Cody Rhodes. And I really hope that you enjoy these audio audios that I do. I don't really like being on video. I'm, I'm trying to do 4 to 5 videos a week, but I'm only guaranteeing 3 videos a week for right now. And in fact, there for about almost 3 weeks, I didn't do any. But then I've done like 5 weeks worth of stuff in like a week. Once either late at night or the past few days it's cooled down quite a bit, but during the heat wave where it was hot 24/7, I didn't record any, and I had a lot of doctor's appointments. So if I ever miss a week, it's because I haven't had a chance to catch up. Because at the time, I was, a few weeks ahead. I'm not sure if it was 2 weeks or 4 weeks or 3 weeks. I try and stay 3 weeks ahead, but sometimes it's as little as 2 weeks and sometimes as much as 4 weeks. But I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, subscribe, tell your friends about it, share, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.